Hello, good evening, and welcome to Conversations with Segun. My name is Segun Manuel. I'm excited to see you all that are here waiting already for tonight's episode. Tonight, like you already know, we have John, the phenomenal John Obidi, the guy who is either phenomenal or be forgotten. By the way, let me say Happy New Year to you again. I see a lot of you already watching, and the comment section is already on fire. I like that. I like that. I like that the comment section is on fire. By the way, let me find out if you can hear me. It's going to be a phenomenal night tonight because I'm seeing people who I've never seen on these episodes of Conversation with Shegun. But I have you all guys here tonight. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, put it in the comment section. I want to see how many of us are here. I want to see who's fantastic people say they can hear me. Let me take a few comments. I hope I'll be able to do that. Favor says, I can hear you. Augustine is right here. Wow, it says fire, 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 fire. Evening to you, Simon Akakpo. I hope I can get everybody. Let me see. I can hear you, Simon Akakpo, right there. Kingsley Kalu, Osagi Alex said we can hear you. All right, so a lot of people can hear me. Toju says loud and clear. I hope I'm getting the people's comment right. Blessed Omole says loud and clear. All right, fantastic. All right, let me know where you are watching us from tonight. Let me know where it is that you're watching us from, wherever you are. Let me know. Put it in the comment section. You can hear me. Let me also know where you are from tonight. But as you have come, quickly, let me tell you also that it's Conversation with Segun, and I like you to like this video, subscribe if you're watching from YouTube, subscribe to this channel. If you're watching from Facebook, like the page and immediately share it to your contacts. You know that when John Obidi is around, the place is going to be on fire, and you don't want to get the value alone. You want more people to get the value that they'll be sharing tonight. So Dennis Okpokpo says he's watching from Asaba. Like I said, share this video to your contact. Everybody, just go share wherever it is you're watching. Let more people watch. It's free. It's free. We're bringing value for free tonight. Stephen Inyobo, I can hear you. Good evening, brother. Well done. Kingsley Carlo says from the beautiful ancient city of Benin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shay Maxon says all the way from the United Kingdom. I hear you guys are into a second lockdown. It is well with you guys. By the way, guys, everybody watching, COVID-19 is real. David Chibuza says, I'm watching from away. Fear not, John Obidi is just around the corner. He's coming in here. Jennifer Udo says, I'm watching from Enugu. Caro Ballo, all the way from Abuja. Caro was one of our guests here one time and sometime last year. And she's here again watching tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight, Caro. But everybody watching, first assignment, share this round. Share this round to all your contact. Let them see that we're here. Funshi Digital Solutions. I'm here. Good to be here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Andrew Logbo says, I'm watching from the beautiful royal city of Warri. Fantastic. Also, Carol Ballo says, love what you're doing, Shegun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm excited to have my guest that is joining me tonight, John Obidi. From what you guys all know, John Obidi is a great guy. And you can tell that when we're going to talk about goal setting for the year, John Obidi will definitely, I don't want to use that word, but he will definitely kill it. The guy we have been waiting for is right here. He's already in the studio. John Obidi is seated, ready to blow. What we are waiting for is for you. Are you ready? John Obidi is ready. He's in the green room, sitting, ready to go. But we are waiting for you. Let me find out. This guy, John Obidi, I have known him for close to, this is close to 10 years. I met him through one young guy, Raphael Israel, who told me and said, there's this guy from my school, they school together, that look, this guy is going to give so much value. I think you should get him. Then social media was just starting, internet marketing was just starting. And I was having a program, my first Mega Youth Summit in Delsu, Abraka. And the guy suggested, he was one of my speakers, and he suggested that, look, we can have this guy, John Obidi. Then the name wasn't known. And I was like, fantastic. He's going to teach us something on the internet and how we're going to make money. Yes, by the way, he taught us something on that day that in less than in less than 3 hours when the program started and finished, he was able to garner above $1. I can't remember what that was that he did at that time, but I was very interested in it because knowing what we know now with all the things that's going on with crypto and all, if we have something that is raising more than $1 a day, it means in a month you get $30. If you can do 5 of it, 10 of it, the multiplier effect. But John Obidi, as at that time, this was 2014, he was already doing that. He did that and he showed it on the board, and everybody saw it there. Alex Osage, you were at that program at that time. You were in Benin at that time. Yes, you're not in Benin, you were in Abraka for the first ever Mega Youth Summit that John spoke. So I had John on that program. He spoke, left, and he did so good that I had a TV program at that time too on ABN, and I said, no, this guy is going to come. Let him talk to more people about what he knows, and that's how we brought John Obidi to ABN. The video is right there. He talks about it most of the time on his Facebook group, the Head Start Africa. In fact, for those of us who started on the first day when the group started, I was there when the group started. I was one of the first persons that joined the group. It was Smart Big Camp. It was Smart Big Camp, and we're doing so much of Twitter at that time. It was mainly Twitter. We were going to Twitter to do Twitter turns, and when we were doing, when it was doing this, there were no videos that time. I think, yeah, there were not much videos. When he was doing all those Twitter stuff, we were tweeting, and we used to trend in those days. So this guy can make anything work. In fact, today we are having our biggest viewership just because John Obidi is here. John Obidi, I'm going to bring you into the studio right now. There's no time. Let's welcome the phenomenal guy into the studio. John Obidi is right here, guys. Boom! As if I get firework, I for do firework, John.
What's up, Segun? Nice to have you. Nice to be on here at last.
Good to have you. What many people don't know is that this has been on for like 3 years, 4 years. John, when are you gonna
Yeah,
come? When are you gonna come? You
yeah.
know?
I
But
think the only issue was that it had to be in person at the time, but thankfully now we can do it virtually.
true, true,
Yeah.
true. Steve Harris will say, it's not what you don't have that limits you. It is what you have but don't know how to use. But John,
Yeah.
does not know John Obidi. John Obidi will say, use what you have. For what you have is what? It's plenty. It's plenty. And guys, I don't just bring anybody here. If I was doing church now, I would have said that it's the leading of the Holy Spirit. But anyhow, that John's coming today. The first episode for the year 2021 is going to be an awesome time, and you guys are going to get value. I don't want to talk too much, but for those of us who are joining Conversation with Segun for the first time, we have a lot of videos on our YouTube channel and on the Facebook page. So if you go check out after now, you would see videos with the Little Born King, Jimmy Tewe, Paul Fo, everybody around John has been on this program. You can go there and get all those content. But tonight is John's night. I don't want to take anything from him. John, take it away. We're talking about goal setting for 2021, and I know you're a great guy on setting goals. Let's go, John.
Thank you, Segun. Thank you, everyone, for being on here on Conversations with Segun Manuel. First of all, Segun, he and I go way back. I heard the intro he was giving. I remember his program then at Worry that was the first time I
Was it
had
Abra?
been on camera.
Oh, okay, the one I
No, no,
worried.
I mean the TV, yeah, the TV show. That was the first time I'd been on camera on television, so it's still one of the landmarks in my mind when I look back on my journey and where it all started and how far it's come. And I remember that, your consistency over the years, I mean, it's been phenomenal. It's very hard to see someone who starts on something and for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, they're talking about the same thing and they're being consistent in delivering content and results in that area. So much props to Segun Manuel. Kudos to you. Well done.
Thank you,
Great job
bro.
you're
Thank
doing.
you.
I've had a chance to talk with some people who have been mentored by you, who have attended your programs, even there in Worry, and the results have been outstanding. So thank you so much, Segun, for the great work you're doing in the industry. And for everyone else watching, I think Segun is a great example of consistency. Being based in the Niger Delta and being a light there and shining so bright and being a symbol of hope for those who are in that region is something that is so significant, especially in our times. I know we talk about people being in Lagos and the hot regions, but to be honest, if there are no people like Segun Manuel in those regions, those places will be entirely dead. you know, I remember when you used to do those your seminars uh, about 2015, 16, the Delta Mega
14.
Youth Summit from 2014 actually, the Delta Mega Youth
Yes.
Summit. Those are the big conferences, then the other niche seminars. I mean, those are
Yes.
the best things to happen to Delta States at the time, and I think that you've done fantastic work there. So thank you so much. Thank you, Shego.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Today we're talking about goal setting for 2021. And I'm not going to go through the angle of the normal goal setting, or this is how to set goals. This is sets a goal that is achievable or any of that. I think you can read all those things in books, or other speakers are going to have their ways of treating that topic. The angle I'll come from today is something that you need help with, and that is knowing the kind of goals to set. Now, some people will disagree with me, and that's fine. When I say that sometimes you need to be given a goal to set. It's not all the time that you say, set a goal that you really want. How do you know what you really want? So there are some things that you don't know that you want because you've not heard it before. When we say eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man, right? It's because the degree to which you desire something is only limited by your exposure. There are things that I'm doing right now, things that I'm enjoying right now, which many years ago, excuse me, I never even knew that I wanted until I saw someone say that, John, try this thing out. This thing is good for you. Yeah. As at 2017, for example, it was never really a goal for me to take my talents globally. It wasn't really. I was doing okay in Nigeria until I met a man named Olakule Shorion. And, he we're talking and he said, wow, you're doing great work, but have you considered taking your talents out of Nigeria? And I was like, not really. And he sat me down and said, no, you've got to do this. If you're not doing this, you're still playing small. A man of your talents, a man of your abilities, you've got to export your talents internationally. And I got on that journey. And by the grace of God, we are here. Okay. So, what was done for me is what hopefully I want to do for you today. What kind of goals should you really be setting if you want to dominate 2021? That's the angle that I am going to be coming from. Okay. Shout outs to the 15 people that are on here so far. If you know there's someone who needs to be watching this right now, send this out to your friends, to your contact list. Okay. Hello, Nishola. Daniel is a sharer. You shared the content. Thank you for sharing. Hello, Carol. Hello, Godson. Hello, Favor. Thank you for sharing, Favor. Everyone else, make sure you share this to your followers. All right. All right. What kind of goals should you be setting in 2021? If you've been following my messaging for a while, you may have been hearing me say something like the third world fence, the third world fence, right? The third world fence. I think that 2021 is going to bring a lot of opportunities to those who are ready and who are focused on getting the gifts of 2021. Um, However, there are certain things you need to be aware of when trying to achieve those goals. People say things like going global, going global, going global. But a lot of times, many people do not do justice to the strategy and the planning and the wit that is necessary for achieving such a thing, right? So, um, one thing you have to plan for in 2021 is to export your skills outside of your locality. A lot of people take the easy approach, which is, oh, well, with the internet, you can export your skills all over the world. Well, it's a yes and it's a no. There are some things you can never do if you do not leave your home country. There are some people you cannot reach, some systems you cannot create if you do not leave your home country. Okay, so one thing that everybody has to plan for. I don't know where you are coming from. People are coming from different walks of life, but you've got to strive to travel this year. Okay, the COVID-19 restrictions are coming down. They're a bit relaxed in some places. You've got to travel this year. One of the reasons is, look, you cannot go global from just inside Nigeria. Even though I said you cannot go global from just inside Nigeria, of course, there are going to be exceptions, but generally, you have to cross over. And that is because, yes, so what if you get popular from Nigeria? What if you gain, what if, and you set up maybe a product or something and people have to pay you for what you have? How do you get paid? They're not likely going to pay you with Paystack, no disrespect to Paystack, but they're not really as trusted as things like PayPal and Stripe, if you know what I mean. Okay, so payments are a big factor in going global. And in order to get those things, you have to travel to countries that allow you to incorporate your business in there. And then you can now open a corporate bank account in those countries. And then you'll be eligible for Stripe or PayPal, depending on what country you're talking about. Okay. So having your value connected to an external source of power. It's not about you leaving Nigeria. If you want to leave Nigeria, that's fine. But if you don't want to, that's okay. But just go, set up your financial structure there, your corporate structure there, and you can come back. But once you do that, all the value you are putting out is hitting your bank account straight up. There is a big imbalance of power that affects those who are in the third world, especially Nigeria. And I don't think that people know that. Okay. Many people here watching me are into online marketing or online business, which means that to some degree your business is online. And if your business is online, it means that you pay online business bills. Yes, you pay for things like MailChimp, for email marketing, you pay for Facebook ads, you pay for what else you pay for? Maybe you're doing web hosting, you're paying for web hosting, and all these fees are owned by foreign companies, and you're likely being charged in dollars. All right, it's tightening. So they are charging you in dollars the same way they are charging an American in dollars. But an American is able to justify that purchase because he can make money back in dollars. But can you make your money back in dollars? Tough cookie. All right. So you have, in order to, thank you, Princess. Google Ads is there too. Okay. So in order to balance that out, because it seems now that you are paying so much more, and because the naira is falling, you are paying so much more for something that they are paying one flat rate for, but they are positioned to earn way more than you. All right, so you have to equalize that. You can't be earning in naira and paying dollars in and paying your bills in dollars. It makes no sense. It's just going to make you poorer over time. Okay, so you have to figure out how to put out your value to the world so that you can earn in the apex currency of the world, which is in dollars. Okay, for those of you who are able to do this, it involves you setting up a financial structure outside. Now, you might talk about things like Payoneer. Um, Again, people who mention those things, I think that you need to not just take the path of least resistance. These platforms are great, but they all have restrictions and they tax you heavily for being in the third world. So Payoneer, for example, it's for individual companies that want to pay you, but it's not for setting up like maybe you have an ebook you want to sell. You can't use Payoneer as a payment gateway. I wish you could, but you can't. All right. Payment gateways are like Stripe and PayPal, and that's what you need to really put out your talents out there into the world and be able to get paid for it. Okay. So one of your goals that you should have for this year is a travel goal. Okay. And my recommendation is that you travel to a place that will allow you to incorporate your business in a cost-effective manner and set up corporate banking so that you can receive money from all over the world and repatriate those funds to Nigeria. Okay. Two countries I have in mind. A number of countries are there, but I've got two. One is the United States, another one is the UAE. Out of these two countries, the UAE is the easier one to come to. Okay, they let anybody in, so the UAE is the easier one to come to. If you can do that, that would be a really big leap for your business. All right. So number one, I need you guys to set a travel goal. In setting a travel goal, it's not just by saying, "Oh, I want to go here, I want to go there." All right. You have to be disciplined. Travel costs money. There's something I always tell people that attend my events. I tell them, look, no matter how broke you are, no matter what's going on in your life, all right, always have travel money. Always, no matter what. Most people haven't built a savings culture that would allow them to save that kind of money. Because you save ordinary 30K, then an emergency comes up and it's gone. Yeah. You got to build a savings culture. It is very unlikely, listen to me, it is very unlikely that what you are doing now at the level you are doing it is going to really help you blow. At this level, it will pay your bills, it will keep you afloat for long enough to hit that opportunity that gives you the quantum leap. Okay, so that quantum leap, a lot of times, that big opportunity, sometimes when it presents itself, it will come at a cost. It's usually not going to come for free. Anybody who has ever accessed a quantum leap will tell you that. It's either somebody you need to go for a meeting in a different country and you need travel money right now. It's not that time you start looking for the funds. Okay, that's when you go to your savings, you get that money, and you access that very quickly. Okay, so part of having a travel goal is also having a savings culture. Always have travel money. Okay, a flight ticket to almost anywhere in the world will cost about hold on, I didn't even know this thing was public. Let me share this video out. I had no idea it was public. Head Start Africa. Okay, cool. Good. So I posted it in my group. People should join me here in a minute. Okay. So what was I saying then? Yeah, so it's very unlikely that what you're doing right now is what you are going to hammer from. When that opportunity presents itself, you should be ready and able to fly with it, take advantage of it immediately. Now, it might not even be something that has to do with travel. It might just be a certain amount of money required to buy your way into an opportunity or things like that. There's the way these opportunities tend to present themselves. All right. So, aside from always having those travel goals, you should always have that savings culture that will allow you to access those opportunities. Some people don't need to know this. There's some people whose cash flow and income can afford them to travel whenever they want. So that's all good. But if that's not your situation, then you know that you have to save for that. You have to be disciplined, be very disciplined, because I'm sure you know by now that people around you have a way of smelling money. They have a way of knowing that, ah, bless this person, bless you owe money this period. How far? I get this problem now. Only if you solve them. All right. So you've got to be disciplined so that you can achieve those goals. All right. Achieve those goals. Another thing you need to have is a skill goal. All right. You've got to have a skill goal. Okay. Please be writing these things down. Have a skill goal. There's something that we say a lot, and that is what got you here won't take you there. What got you here won't take you there. Now you've done so well for yourself. You made it through 2020. Now we're in 2021. 2021 is going to 2021 is going to require a lot from you. All right, it's going to require a different level of competence from you. Okay. But before I move on from that, somebody was asking, thank you. Somebody was saying how much a travel ticket costs. Yes, I was going to say that, but I just forgot. Yeah, so a travel ticket to almost anywhere is not more than 350K. And when I say to, it's a return ticket to and from. Okay. It could be cheaper, but when it's not festive periods, when it's not Christmas or New Year, prices tend to balance out at an average of 350K going and coming. If you're willing to branch other countries on your way, all right, the price can come down to as low as even 250. Okay. So if you want to know how much those things cost, go to websites like Travel Den or Travel Better or Waka Now. Okay, Travel Den, Travel Better, Waka Now. You don't have to pay anything on those websites to get an idea of how much the tickets cost. You can go there right now, check it out. Just do Lagos to Dubai or Lagos, New York, all those destinations, and they'll tell you what the fares are right now. All right, so you can just have an idea. Okay, this is about the amount of money I might need to save up. Okay, so those are great ways. They don't require you to pay for you to use their platform to know what it is. All right. So skill goals. Okay. You need to have a skill goal. If in 2020 you were not techie, that has to die in 2020. In 2021, you've got to upgrade your skills. All right. You see these things that Segun Manuel is doing. He has a show here on his Facebook page. He's inviting me on my Facebook page. This is something that if you're in the field of personal development, online marketing, public speaking, if you're in the field where you have to teach people and talk to people, this thing that we are doing here should be your bread and butter. Okay? This should be something that you should be comfortable with and able to do very easily. By now, you should know the software that is being used to make this up. By now, you should be producing your content with a level of consistency that generates traction. All right. So, this is something that everybody needs to have. All right. Thank you, everyone who has just joined, about 66 people on here. At least I think I shared this out a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, so this is conversations with Shegun. It's not my platform, it's Shegun Manuel's platform. I'm just invited on here to teach on goal setting for 2021. And I've been giving them not exactly how to set goals. I think other people can do justice to that topic, but the kind of goals that you should be setting, because I don't want you um to aim small. Someone once said that the problem, I think it was Les Brown, who said that the problem with a lot of people is that they aim too low and hit. Yeah, you aim too low and don't miss. You aim too low and you get what you aim for low. All right, set your goals higher. All right, so set a skill goal. What is that skill that when you acquire it, it will take you to the next level? Everybody has that, regardless of industry. That particular skill that once you acquire it, and it could also be a certification. Okay, there are all kinds of people who are watching this right now. Yeah. So not everybody is an entrepreneur. Some are in a career. So for some people, for the entrepreneurs, it might be a skill you need to acquire. For those who are working class people, it might be a certification. It might be an extra degree. Whatever that is for you, do not let 2021 pass without you getting it. For those of you that say you want to relocate to Canada because that's the most popular destination for the Jackpot generation, right? That that goal is not going to come to you on a silver platter, because that thing you want, a lot of people want the same thing. A lot. It's not just by confessions. Confessions are positive. They help you stay in the zone mentally. You need that. Okay. But achieving your goals, it be like egusi soup. Okay. It's like cooking egusi soup. When now, because we call it egusi soup, does it mean that you carry the raw egusi, throw inside the pot, and the soup is made? No. You will get egusi. You will grind them. Eh? You need water. You need palm oil, a certain quantity. You need salt, a certain quantity. You need vegetable, depending on the one that you like, chopped up a certain way, a certain quantity. You will not put them all even at the same time. Some will enter first, some will enter next, some will enter last. Then you have to now stare. You have to watch over it. You don't leave it and walk away. You have to be attentive to it. You are watching it and you are staring. You are staring so that you're not burn. You are staring it. At times it takes more, you taste it. Okay, add a little here, add a little there. Pepper here, this spice, that spice, Maggi here, add fish, add meat. You stir, 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 turn it, turn the stove up or turn the stove down. You are watching it, you are attentive to it, you are protecting it. All right. That is the way this thing is. Okay. So confessions, it be like one of the ingredients. Um, Setting goals, it be like one of the ingredients. Saving, it be like one of the ingredients. Taking action is one of the ingredients. All right. All these things have to come together to make this happen for you. All right. So um, I was talking about mostly those who say they want to travel to Canada and all that. Have you written your IELTS or whatever exams that are required for you to do that? Have you taken the next steps? Have you consulted whatever exam centers? Have you filled your forms? Have you, even if you don't have all the money, have you paid for the next step in the journey? It is all step by step. Do not let 2021 hold you back. If that is the goal you've set in your heart, make sure that this happens. All right. So set a skill goal, so that whether it's your certification, whether it's migration, whether it's a skill you need to have. Okay. If last year you were getting few customers because you couldn't do Facebook ads, what is stopping you? This year, set a goal. Facebook ads, because that is a skill that will up level me. Maybe you've been shy for all your life, and you're like, ah, if I can just acquire the skill of public speaking, then more people would hear me, more people would know me, and I would have a lot more customers, and my career will be taken to another level. Yeah, if that is it, acquire that. Take a course on public speaking, or come on a platform where people are talking about these things, and you're watching, you are learning, you are seeing the way I'm talking, I'm gesticulating, looking in the camera, and you're like, I can do this thing too, I can do this thing too. Okay, so that's another skill goal. There's so many types of skills. Okay, I am into internet marketing, so I would always advise that you get your skills up in internet marketing. By now everybody should know how to put up their own website. Everybody should know how to do their own social media. Everybody should know how to do their own publicity. Everybody should know how to put up their own podcast and so on. All these are the tools that will take you viral, and you need to make a goal to acquire those skills. All right. I don't want to make this a course on a class on digital marketing because that's my field, but set a skill goal for that. Okay. After that, I want you to set a notoriety goal. All right. Set a notoriety goal. What does that mean? When someone they say someone is notorious for something, it means that the person is famous for something. All right. Now, some of you are very talented, very skilled. I know some of you personally, you're very talented, but almost nobody knows that you're talented. All right. So this is the year to set a goal to be known by as many people as possible. Because if people do not know you, they cannot reward you. So don't be that person who is so brilliant and so smart, but you're only known by a handful of people in your hometown. You're only known by 50 people. No, let everybody know you. Own your talent with your chest. Own it. All right. Let people know you. Put out ads. Be on television. Be on radio. Put yourself out there. Lobby. Put yourself in the public eye. All right. Let people call you I too know or an attention seeker. That is their life path. This is your life path. Setting a notoriety goal, because you are not the light of your kitchen cabinet. You are the light of the world. Okay. You have to be notorious. Your light has to shine. People have to see your good work. All right. You have to shine. All right. Set yourself a notoriety goal. Very important for 2021. It only takes one right exposure for everything to change in your life. All right. And another goal is a building goal. And I'll explain what this is. A building goal. What I mean by that is 2021 is the year to build. Listen, guys, don't sleep on this, okay? 2021 is the year to build. What do I mean by that? If you follow me on Instagram, I don't know if you don't follow me on Instagram, you better get over to Instagram and follow me. It's at John Obidi. I post some things on my Insta stories, some of my quick fire thoughts. I just post them there. Um, Yeah, so I posted on my Instagram stories, and one of the things I posted, I think, was it either early this morning or yesterday. I, the big players, the Amazon, Spotify, and Apple, they are buying podcasts in this period. All right, they are buying podcasts. They are signing contracts with celebrities to do podcasting. We all know about the famous story of Joe Rogan, who was signed on for a rumored amount of $100 million by Spotify. I think another platform, either Spotify or Apple, has signed on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle for a podcast deal, and a number of all those deals that are coming up. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to go and do podcasting, but it just shows us that something is happening. Content creators are going to be so valuable in 2021 because platforms are showing up. When platforms show up, It signals for content creators to fill that vacuum. Clubhouse, many of us have heard about this new platform called Clubhouse. Okay, Clubhouse has shown up, it has signaled for content creators to come in and take in that space. Okay, so there's a collaborative effort between the platform and the creator. And 2021, listen, 2021 is going to belong to those who are able to master the dynamic, the connection between platform and creator. Are you feeling what I'm saying? 2021 will belong to those who are going to be able to master that dynamic connection between platform and creator. So even if what you are is a creator, you have to master these platforms. How do these platforms work? How can I enter a given platform and build traction? People say that there's nothing wrong with having a few followers. I tend to heavily disagree. Get in there and make as big of a splash as possible. How do I get traction on this platform in as little time as possible? That should be your preoccupation. All right. So it's going to belong to the content creators. All right. So you need to figure out how to build traction. Not all these ones that you've been doing. And if I'm talking to you, you know I'm talking to you. You're just posting on social media. You think you are doing something. If you when you know you are not doing enough, you know. So this is the year to build. Okay, build your followership, build your platform. This is the year to build because that is going to be currency. Maybe one day I'll do a a a deeper teaching on building your platform, but please set a building goal. And when I say building goal, or maybe not building goals, maybe let's say a platform goal. Okay, if you had 100 followers on Instagram before, set a goal for 1,000. Figure out what it will take to get 1,000 followers on Instagram if you had 100. And if you have 1,000 followers, what will it take to get 5,000 followers? And so on. Expand that. If you're on YouTube, you have 1,000 subscribers. What's it going to take to have 5,000 YouTube subscribers? If you had an email list of 500 subscribers, what's it going to take to have 5,000 subscribers? And so on and so forth. You've got to set that platform goal. All right. Because the people who are going to own 2021 are those who are able to grab their own pieces of the pie. All right. Facebook has its 2 billion users. All the other platforms have their billions of users. How many do you have? You don't need billions, but what is the number you can pull to yourself, either in your email list, in your Telegram channel, in your WhatsApp group, on your Instagram account, and so on and so forth, or your mobile app. Okay, so these are the things I want you to look at. So I hope you understand why I took this approach, not telling you how to set goals. You can read that on your own, but the goals I believe that you need to set this year so that you can strike gold instantly. Okay, so finally, another goal you have to set is your money goal. All right, money is a defense. Money is going to help you to buy dreams. All the things I'm talking about traveling and all that, they're going to cost money. All right, they're going to cost money. So you have to set a money goal. A great way to set money goals is to hang around people who are doing way better than you. All right. Hang around. I posted something on my Facebook group about Clubhouse, and at the end I said it's only for iPhone users. And I know that people make comments according to their level of maturity and their level of development. But when you see a post that says for iPhone users only, and you can't afford an iPhone, you don't go into the comment section and show your ignorance, and glorify your poverty. You don't do that. Okay, you are guaranteeing that you stay at that level for a long, long, long time to come. All right. Some people are going and saying things like, I beg you, I will wait until it comes to Android. You don't say those things. That's very immature. All right. That's not a resourceful way of thinking. So you see that you'll be like, oh, okay, I see that iPhone, get some preference. I may not have the actual currency now, but how can I set a goal to be able to afford this tool that can enable me to do way better with my brand? I think that's a better way to look at it. Okay, but anyway, set yourself a money goal. If you're making 200,000 naira per month, don't get comfortable. Those of you who live in places like Benin City, Delta State, Port Harcourt, it's easy for you to get complacent because maybe you're not paying as big a bill as those in, say, Lagos or Abuja. All right, and so it's easy for you to get complacent. But you have to understand that as long as you live in Nigeria, you are not safe until you are bloody rich. You got that? As long as you live in Nigeria, you're not safe and secure unless you are bloody rich. All right? Nigeria is a place where everyone has to take care of themselves. You got to take care of your security. You got to take care of your your healthcare on your own. You got to take care of your electricity. You got to take care of your water, your basic amenities, your transportation, because public transport sucks, and so on and so forth. And so to live a certain kind of lifestyle that affords you insulation from the evils of such an environment, you need money, a certain amount of money. You need cash flow. Some of you, the business you're doing right now, you know in a million years it cannot get to that level of cash flow. All right, you need to start getting creative. Is there something I can do that can up level me, or do I need to think of a pivot? Let me give you guys an example. In um 2011, 2012, I was a website designer. That's all I was, a website designer. I was a website designer in Benin City. I was located in Benin City as a website designer. At that time, it would be tough for you to get a website design job for more than 60,000 naira. Very tough. Mostly 40K, 45K, but if you were so blessed, 60K. If a miracle just happened, maybe 100K. Okay, that was the nature of that environment. And I told myself at that time, I said, John, and to be honest, even at that level of income, I was comfortable. It's not Benin, you know, rent was cheap, cost of living was pretty cheap. It was easy to be complacent. But I told myself, John, you are content with this amount of money because you are a single guy right now and you are living in this town. But if some hurricane comes now to blow, you won't have money to defend yourself. I realized that around me at the time, I did not know a single rich web developer. Maybe there are rich web developers now. That was in 2011, 2012, okay? Maybe they are now, but back then, very scarce. And especially in the town I was in, I said, no, I don't see how being a web developer can make me rich. And again, your rich and my rich are two different things. The way my own definition is different. So, okay, so may I have a very big eye, So I said, no, this thing cannot make me rich. I need to pivot. I need to move to something else. Now, I didn't know what that something else was going to be, but I started opening my mind up to what that something else would be. So I didn't stop doing my website design. I needed money to eat. I needed money for transportation and all those other basic stuff, right? I needed money for those things. So while I was keeping my eyes out for what the next thing would be, I was faithful in what I was doing, but I was opening my ears, opening my ears, opening my ears. And then one day in my room in Benin, a friend of mine, Tochuku, just came into my house and said, John, man, there's this thing in Lagos, man. There's this thing in Lagos that they call online PR. I said, what's online PR, Tochuku? He said, I don't know. But it's about internet, social media. At that time, I didn't know anything about social media. I didn't know that there was anything like social media marketing or online business or online marketing or make money online. I knew nothing about that. He said, I don't know, man. Just Google it. I'm sure you can figure it out. Let's go to Lagos, form a company and start doing this thing. I said, okay, I'll give it a look. He left. I sat on my computer and then I started Googling what is online PR. I was looking at it. I said, hey. And I didn't really like online PR because it looked like a lot of lie telling. But I saw some associated results in the search results. I saw online business. I saw social media marketing, social media strategy. I said, what is this thing they call social media strategy? I clicked it. I saw how you can start your Twitter accounts. You can build followership. You can do this for other people. You can sell products. You can make money with it. I said, hey, I started doing it. I now started reading. They said, open your blog. I went and registered my blog, start blogging. I started blogging, run Facebook ad. I ran my first Facebook ad in 2012. I didn't know what to do. I called a friend, Samson Aligba. He was already into digital marketing then. So I called him. So Samson, hey, see, you do this digital marketing thing, Abby. I want to do a Facebook ad. How do I do it? He said, okay, click here. I said, click here. Click here. He guided me. I made my first Facebook ad. My first Facebook ad then was just to publicize the articles that I was publishing on my blog, my social media blog at the time where I was teaching about social media. So if today I learn about how to get followers on Twitter, the very next day I would blog about it. I will not just blog about it, but I will post it on my Facebook page and then boost it with a Facebook paid promotion. At that time, Facebook ads were cheap. My budget then could be $1 per day, you know, and also dollar was very cheap to naira at that time. So $1 per day could get me a lot of mileage. It might not get you as much mileage um, now, but it got me a lot of mileage then. So I would do that. And so I was in Benin. I was targeting people that were in Lagos because everybody believes that all things bright and beautiful are in Lagos. So those who were in Lagos were seeing my Facebook ads and assuming that I was also in Lagos. I wasn't. I was in Benin City. It's later I moved to Lagos. Yeah. So but once I did that, I was diligent in it. I started getting clients little by little. And by 2013, I was nominated for the Future Awards Africa Prize for New Media. And I had just only started. Nobody knew that. So if I did not open my mind to pivot, I would not be on this path right now. And once I was nominated for the Future Awards in 2013, it opened up a number of opportunities for me. I was able to move to Lagos. I think it was after that that I got on Segun Manuel's program in 2013. Um, and then when I got back to Benin, I started plotting my exit from Benin to Lagos. When I got to Lagos, I started becoming notorious. So when I talk about your notoriety goals, I started becoming notorious for social media. I would take on speaking engagements. I was speaking any and everywhere. I know they choose food, TV, radio, newspaper, magazine, blog, Twitter, interview me anywhere. Okay. And I was building that. And once I was doing that, I began to build my platforms. I began to put out content. So you see, everything I'm telling you, I preach what I practice and I practice what I preach. Okay. So I began to build my platforms, and it just created a whole new reality for me. Today my talents have taken me all over the world. Right now I'm reaching you from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, and that's where I'm going to be primarily based for the next couple of months until I'm taken to another location. But all of this could never have happened if I did not open my eyes and say, you know what, John, you are doing well right now, but it could be better. You need to up level. So I don't want you guys to get so complacent. I saw some people posting on Instagram towards the end of 2020 that said, oh, don't let anybody intimidate you into finishing strong. The fact that you survived 2020 is enough. I very much disagree. That gospel belongs to those who are in comfortable countries. If you live in Nigeria, you can't afford to be complacent. You can see there is fire on the mountain and you better start running. So every Nigerian, you've got to be the kind of person that is always on your toes and also be around people who don't permit you to be complacent, who don't allow you to stay comfortable with where you are. When the pandemic first hit in 2020, all right, I was speaking on a number of TV shows and radio shows. There's a particular TV station that invited me, and they were like, "What is my advice for those who are going through the pandemic and losing their jobs?" They were thinking I was going to come and comfort people, but that wasn't my message. I came with fire. I told them, "Look, you've got to stay productive. Do not be soft." I said, "This is no time to be soft. All right. What is it that you're going through exactly that our parents did not go through even worse?" And I said, you have no reason to be soft. Stay productive. That's how to get through this. I wasn't going to pat anybody on the back or hug anybody. No. Stay productive. Get online. Figure out how to make a pivot. Your kids are depending on you. Your family is depending on you. Your loved ones are depending on you. You can't afford to break down. You can't afford to be soft. I guess I came on too hard because when the TV station uploaded that video um, to their YouTube channel, they cut out that part where I said people were being unnecessarily soft, and that's okay. It's their platform. But you know, you see how 2020 ended. Um, Many people lost their jobs. Same thing I predicted. Many people lost their jobs. Everybody went to go and I was shouting against everybody who was saying, "Oh, stay at home, stay safe." And I said on TV that there's so much emphasis on staying safe, but there is no emphasis on staying productive. That is a big conspiracy. But they cut that out, and that's no problem. But look at what happened. Look at how 2020 ended. Amongst the poor people, everybody was losing their jobs. Amongst the rich people, reports said that the wealthy in America added $60 billion to their net worth. They added in, I think, how many billionaires joined the list of billionaires in the US? I don't have the data, but the number of billions that joined, they added $60 billion to their net worth. So while they were preaching the gospel of stay safe and stay indoors to the poor, they were preaching the gospel of expansion to their fellow rich. So don't get psyched out. Get around people that encourage you to level up. Level up. Segun Manuel is on this platform, Conversations with Segun. Every time he brings on experts, sometimes he teaches on his own, sometimes he brings experts to teach you. This is a platform that will help you to up level your mindset. Okay, you need it as your, when we were kids, we had what we call Sunday medicine, right? You need this as your weekly vitamin. Okay, like the Bible says, faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. All right, this kind of faith you have to be coming on. Yeah, I've done this one on or by Tuesday 8 p.m. Next Tuesday you come on. It might not be me speaking here next week. It might be somebody else, but you come on. You are refilling your tank. 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 Because left to yourself, you are going to be relaxed. All right. By these 3 points of mine, I hope I've been able to maybe infuse into you a level of my passion, a level of the excellence with which I see the world, and the kinds of goals that I think you should be setting in 2021. 2021 is going to be a fantastic year, but we have to prepare, we have to dig our wells, we have to build our platforms. There's someone that once said that when you come to the river of abundance, do not come with just a spoon, a teaspoon, okay? When you come to the river of abundance, do not approach with just a teaspoon. All right. And I was drinking tea before I came on here, so it's a good example. All right. Do not come with some people, the world is so abundant with a lot of opportunities, and there's so much abundance out here, but you're approaching that river with a teaspoon. Approach that
Mm.
river with a big storage tank. And what does that storage tank have? Capacity. You've got to build capacity. Thank you, Shego.
Thank you, John Obidi. Always a pleasure listening to you. I know you could go on and on and on and on and on the value you would share. I was really wishing, John, that one day would come where those things you started with, I can't forget. You taught us how to. It's something you did. I can't remember exactly, but
Yeah.
dollars was trickling in. You showed it on the
Yeah.
board, you projected it, and one chap from that place took it and worked with it at that time. I don't know if he still does it now,
Yeah.
but he called me a few days later and said, "Thank you for the conference. That thing John taught the other day, I'm doing it now. I've made a few dollars. Hopefully, someday we'll be able to do that." But thank you, John. You mentioned 5 goals that we must take this year. I hope everybody, took down this point. John, you saw me. I was taking down notes. That's my note
Yes,
right
sir.
there. It's 5 points. I
Yes, sir.
must take them. Favor Oganegoma is right here on the call. And I was telling him as we began the year that, look, oh, bros, we need to go to Dubai this year. I didn't
Mm,
know you were going to talk about this. And he
yeah.
said, yes, we need to look for either a conference to attend or something in line with what we do that we'll go there and do. And we started talking about how we were going to save. Like, if you bad, we were 250. Now I'm seeing that it's
Yes.
300. So we're just, at the right point. So for those of you who missed, John talked about number one, having a travel goal, having a skill goal, having a notoriety goal. I always tell people if people don't know what you are doing, you're not doing anything. So let people know what you are doing. Become notorious. That's the number 14 he talked about. Number 5, he said you must have a building goal. Be intentional about where you want to go, about what you want to build. Have a goal for that. And then number 5, have a money goal. And the best way to have a money goal is to surround yourself with people that have money. John, let me make a confession right here. Today, we have broken our own record. This is the first time
Whoa.
on Conversations with Shegun where we are having 270. In fact, I saw 271 now. Combine Facebook and YouTube. We have 271 people watching live online, even though we know that a lot of people are going to watch after now. But 271, at least from what I saw right now, watch combine Facebook and YouTube. And that's a goal for us. We've never had that. But let me also say, like John said earlier, this is like your Tuesday that are prim, like your medicine you take on
Yes.
Sunday. So every Tuesday of the week, no Tuesday left out, there is
Yes,
somebody
sir.
here that is going to be speaking to you. And the content graciously are on the YouTube channel. So why wouldn't you want to subscribe to a channel like that? So guys, everyone here watching on YouTube, go and subscribe to the channel right now. Take me to 1,000. John just said if you are in 500, move your subscriber list to 1,000. I want to move to 1,000. So everybody here, you want to see videos like this, videos with John, the old video, the new video today, videos with everybody who is everybody. I have a video here of Miles Monroe, of Matthew Ashimolowo, Steve Harris, Fela Durotoye, Jimmy Tewe, anybody who's anybody. The videos are on this channel. So I'm wondering why you are not already subscribed to the channel. I know that John supports this kind of thing, and it will support for everyone to join the channel tonight. If you are watching on Facebook, you can like the page. So let me take a few questions before John leaves. John is a very busy man, and we know that he says he's right now in Dubai. I don't know what the timing is there right now, but Chris
Yeah,
Kobe
the
says,
time
"Sir, in order
it's 11:57 p.m.
PM." Oh dear, John
Yes.
has to sleep. In order, we'll take just two questions. This is one. In order to build my platform, can I start to teach people even if I don't have the result myself yet? John, what do you
Okay,
say to
that's a
that?
good question. That's a good question. See, when you want to start teaching people something, of course you can start teaching people. The problem is that you are only going to teach mostly poor people, okay? Because people who have money to invest in knowledge will not invest in a perceived beginner. They
So
won't
true.
pay for your stuff if they see you as a beginner. So the first thing you have to do when you are beginning to become good at something is to offer your service to someone that is credible. So maybe you see Segun Manuel now. Say Segun Manuel, I've just created this fantastic framework that can help you triple your Instagram following in a month. I'm willing to implement this for you for free, and if it works, I would appreciate it if you gave me a testimonial. Shegun was like, of course, you know. Now, once you deliver that for Shego, you get him results. And then you start teaching how I delivered, how I tripled Shego Manuel's Instagram following in less than a month. Anybody wants to listen. Two reasons. Shego Manuel is credible. It's somebody that people know. They know that you probably did not go and do RNG with him to make that up. All right. So that was a credible person. Shego Manuel is credible. Like, oh, Shego Manuel that we know. Triple Instagram following. Go and check Instagram. It's actually true. How did you do it? And so you catch them. Okay. So people think that you need to have the results yourself all the time. No, no, not necessarily. You can have the results yourself, or you can deliver the results for a client, for somebody else. Either way, whether you're showing your results or you're showing someone else's results, as long as you're the one who delivered those results, you're going to be able to use that credibility to start teaching people, and not just any kind of people, but those who are committed to actually paying for knowledge. And of course, you want to make money, so that's their best approach.
Fantastic, fantastic. So to avoid gender imbalance, I'm going to take this one for a lady. It says, "Sir, someone who is just building her business and needs to buy equipment for the business. How do I save up for traveling?"
Well, again, you have to look at your money goal. Okay, if you make 30,000 naira a month, you can save, but what you have to save will be different from a person who earns 250,000 naira a month and is disciplined at saving. It will be different from somebody who's able to make 1 million naira a month. All right, the conversation I'll be having with somebody who makes 1 million a month is not the same I'll have with somebody who makes 50K a month when it comes to saving. All right, 50K a month, you save for quite a while. You will save a long time to make that travel goal. 1 million a month, you probably don't need to save. Save, just take a cut from your monthly thing and you're out, right? So that's why I said your money goal first. Okay, whatever you are doing, you said you are building your business. What kind of business is that? I told you guys that, and I don't like it to sound like I'm talking down on anybody. That's why I used my own self as an example. of how I was in 2012, 2011. I told myself that, John, you can't blow, you can't be rich with this thing you are doing. I had to be on. I didn't have anybody to come and say, John, I am the one that sat myself down. I was talking to myself like, John, you can't blow with this thing, sure, you know, I was advising myself, you know. I said, you can't blow with this thing. What this thing you are doing now, John, it can give you food to eat, it can pay your rent in this small place in Benin, but you cannot blow with this thing. You need to open your eyes for the thing that will make you blow. All right. So I don't know what business you're in. I don't know what it is, but try to be honest with yourself. What you are doing, can it make you rich? People like to come on an angle that, hey, does everybody have to be rich? Yes. If you live in Nigeria, you must be rich or you are dead.
True that.
So you have to. There's no way. There are other countries that the government takes care of welfare. You don't need to be rich. You'll be fine. Brazil, for example, you don't need to be rich. The government is very efficient at taking care of its citizens. Healthcare, transportation, education. The government is very efficient at doing that. So you don't need to be rich. You need to just be able to work and relax. You're fine. In Nigeria, where you're on your own, you got to be rich. So you need to be honest with your business and whether your business is viable enough to help you save for travel goals. If it is not, what can you do? Do you need to even maybe you shouldn't be saving for travel set. Maybe you should even be investing in maybe a business consultant or a business coach or someone that can help you up level or a course or maybe it's a totally different line of work you want to even be in. Maybe there's something you need to learn. Maybe you are thinking, okay, if I do app development, I can maybe make 10 times what I'm making right now, but I have to pay this amount of money to start learning app development, and maybe in like 6 months, I can begin to earn from that. Whatever it is, but have that honest moment with yourself. Like, what am I doing? See, 2021 is not a year to deceive yourself.
Mm.
You guys know I'm pretty blunt with this thing. I mean, I'm kind about it, but I'll still tell you the truth at the same time. This year is not a year to deceive yourself and pat yourself on the back. Okay? This is not a year to drink the ogogoro of, oh, you are doing well. God's time is the best. Congratulate yourself. You made it this far. I'm not that kind of person. I'm sorry. All right. There is fire on the mountain. Run, run,
Run,
run.
run,
There is fire
run.
on the mountain. Okay. So if you
Run,
know
run,
that
run.
what you are doing now cannot get you to where you want to go, have that conversation with yourself and ask yourself, okay, so what do I need to do? Okay. Like it wasn't Nicodemus that was asking Jesus, what must I do
To be saved.
to be saved? All right. So you ask yourself that question. So what must I do? John Obidi them, Segun Manuel them, that they're talking about all these figures, all these 250K, 300K, and all this money for traveling. I never see that money for my life, you know. But what must I do to level up? Listen, let me tell you this. It is possible for you. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not motivating you. I have no interest in doing that. It is possible for you. You have to believe that. Okay. Now you know it's possible for you. You need to now ask yourself, what must I do to make it possible? This question may never ask it all their lives. What must I do? Okay, so I know that Esther has asked that question that so many other people may have been having in their minds. So ask yourselves that question. You're not going to be young forever. Most of you are young, so the
True.
amount of money, the amount of money you are making, you are comfortable with it. A time will come that money will not be anything again. No? Okay, this is the time of your life to take risk, reasonable risk. The time of your life to know what you are made of. Throw yourself at things, explore,
Mm.
travel, find out what you're made of, and find your own gold. Okay, so I also wanted to use that to answer the question about travel goals. Most of you
All
are at a
right.
level where you need to either pivot to something else or try to make more money from what you're doing.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Is midnight already? About midnight in Dubai right now, where you are. I don't want to keep you any further. Taking over 1 hour of your time. The program is usually 30 minutes, but with John
Okay.
Obidi tonight, we did over 1 hour, and people are not tired. The questions are pumping in. So I just took this comment now and said, check out John Obidi's Facebook community, Head Start Africa, and he has a YouTube channel, John Obidi. Head Start Africa is one of the biggest groups in Facebook groups in Nigeria today. Head Start Africa. Go there. You have to apply. They will ask you questions. They approve. It's not a wow group. John doesn't. He doesn't. You know they do for that. If you comment anyhow, they throw you out and they throw you out forever. You answer question
Yeah.
anyhow, you try to drag somebody like Tiger Generator, they throw you out of there. That place is not a. You're looking for a comfortable place where you can learn without people blaming you. And so many of you that have all these questions, I'm going to direct you. Go to John. Go to Head South Africa. Sometime you have the opportunity to ask him questions, and he does a lot of teachings there. I'm a member of the group. In fact, I'm a founding member. When it was Smart Big Camp, we were about the first
Yeah.
people. Your first live video, John, I was there. Remember? After
Yeah.
you did
Yeah.
yours, a few days later, I did my live video also. I copy most
Yeah.
things John does. In fact, this app we're using right now, I saw John use it. I went to look for it. And today, a TV program that I couldn't do during the lockdown, now it's pivoted. I can do it with anybody from anywhere across the world. Next
Yes,
week,
sir.
John, you know the Black Mentor, John
I think I've heard
Joseph.
about him.
You heard
Yes.
about him,
Yes. Yes.
yes.
Yes. I know him.
Joseph, yes, the guy who's doing so well in America right now, Nigerian though. He's
Yeah.
going to be here sitting where you are sitting next week, Tuesday.
Oh, fantastic.
Next week,
That's good.
Tuesday, the Black Mentor is going to be here. So we're not playing. I can make that happen because I copied what John did with this. And today he's sitting in America in Connecticut. He's going to be joining us next week, Tuesday. I've spoken with everybody from everywhere, just sitting in the convenience of my room. I'm sitting in my bedroom. If I turn the camera, you see my bed. I know, but
Yeah.
I'm talking to John right now in Dubai. So go join John's group. Those of you that have questions, we can't take any further because John has to go sleep. We value his time. We don't want to take it any further. Hopefully, someday John will be able to come to this video again and maybe answer a few questions. Hopefully, I'm not going to pressure him to do that, but hopefully
Sure.
someday he does that. Thank you
Anytime.
very much, John.
Anytime.
Everybody that has watched, please say thank you to John. Please, if you don't do anything today, subscribe to this channel. The person that was asking what is the link to my channel, just check Segun Manuel. Segun Manuel, check it out on YouTube. Subscribe because if you join because of John today, you will be missing the Black Mentor next week, Tuesday. Along the line, Trisha Bees is coming too. Charles Apoki, many of you know Charles Apoki is coming on soon. So you don't
I
want to
love
miss
Charles
the
Apoki.
exactly. You don't want to miss the line of speakers we're going to be having
I'm your
this year.
friend, Dr. Charles
Charles
Apoki.
Apoki. He's based right here in Delta State. It's in Ughelli, but
Awesome.
he's doing so much. The guy has become so notorious. Like John said, your number 3 step, I can't
Yeah.
forget, become so notorious. He just started using his phone. And today, he did a video during the NSAS, and the thing went
Yeah.
viral. Today, everybody knows him. If he puts a video on, in the next few minutes, he has 1,000 views just by being notorious and being caused. That is, he's not a young man, he's an old guy. But you know, today with just his phone is doing so well. So go subscribe to this channel. If you're watching from Facebook, like the page. Next Tuesday, John, thank you very much. Please, you guys do say thank you to John in the comment
Thank you for
section. Please
having
say
me.
thank you, say thank you.
Always a
Thank you,
pleasure.
sir. Please, what's the name of the screen share? You have to find out later. John, thank you so much, John Obidi. Counselor Jogri, this guy's one of the mentees of Charles Apoke. Say thank you, Segun Manuel and Daddy Gio. By the
Awesome.
way,
Awesome.
just wondering why they say Daddy Gio. Daddy Gio from the Head Start group. John Obidi is known as Daddy Gio over there. And he's also, when we started, it was Teacher Chike. Now it's Daddy Gio. Now that's what telling me and
Yeah.
John have come a long
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
All right. So Temi says thank you, Segun and John. Bami Shile says thank you for making this happen. Thank you, John. I want to let you go. Let me not keep you any further, but I'm going to show the
Thank you.
people. If you are here, John is going to leave now, but don't go. I'll be able to take some comment on the screen. John, have a wonderful night, and thank you for
Thank
joining
you,
us. I
sir.
truly appreciate you. Know that.
Thanks for having me.
Have a wonderful night. All right, like I said to you guys, next week, let me show you. Don't go anywhere. Let me show you. Next week, Tuesday, if you enjoyed today, this man is going to be with us. I'm going to bring his picture right now so you can see him. How many of you know Joseph Nantoma? How many of you know this guy? Let me see it in the comment section. You know this guy? He's called the Black Mentor. This guy is doing so well in the United States of America. I want you to go and Google him. Go and Google John Nantoma. Is our guest for next week. This guy right there. Are you seeing him? Can you see him? John Nantoma is our guest for next week, Tuesday. Same place, same channel, same station, like they say on TV. same station. The Black Mentor is going to be here. Agreed, signed, sealed. He'll be here. What are you waiting for? Don't want to miss, if you enjoy John, you don't want to miss the Black Mentor. I urge you to go and Google him. Go to his Instagram, go to his website, just find out who Joseph Nantoma, the Black Mentor. Just put the Black Mentor. Who the Black Mentor is going to be with us here next week. Did you enjoy the program today? I enjoyed every bit of it. I wasn't feeling too well. I was under the weather, but still, when John Obidi is coming, you find a way to get ready. You find a way to get ready. Augustine, you're going to do something for me. Get all the quotes of John that you put there, get them and send them to me. We have to make a flyer out of it. All right. Augustine, send all of that to me. All the quotes you put there, you put them very well. I saw them. Please send them to me via Facebook. Let's do this. Lukman Yahaya says, it's my first time of seeing him. Who's that now? John? Okay, you should go and join his Facebook group, Head Start Africa. All right, it's been a wonderful time having you all. So many comments. I joined a bit late, but the impact has been massive. Yes, you can also watch the video after now. I am on his Facebook now. Fantastic. People are already checking John Nantoma out. Joseph Nantoma, sorry, the Black Mentor is going to be here next week, Tuesday. Until I come your way again next week, Tuesday, same time, same station, 8 p.m. I hope you have registered. I hope you're in the Telegram group so that you can get messages and know when we are coming on. My name is Segun Manuel, and you have been watching Conversations with Segun. Have a wonderful night.